Hey guys, today is February the 13th or 14th. I don't even know what day it is. So, anyhow, we're going to do a little bit more Oliver history. We got the checkerboard series Olivers, which the late 770s, I think this 550. There was another model that had the checkerboard series grill, like the 50, the 6, like the 50, the 55 series, and the 100 series had. And if you guys don't know what the 100 series are, it'll be coming up on this next page. So here's the 100 series. It started with the 1600, went to the 1800, and then the 1900. So here's the 1800, which it was a 6-bottom plow tractor. And I don't know, the 8 plow was the 1900. And if you guys want to know more about these two, there's a video on YouTube somewhere. I think it was the Power for the Future or something. I don't remember what it is. But, it'll tell you, like, everything about the 1800. So, that's a gas tractor if you guys are wondering. So, trying to pick something interesting here to read. So, these tractors can definitely tell you whenever they were ahead of the future, because within an hour they plowed 3.38 acres, and the fuel cost per acre was $29.50, I guess. I don't even know what the heck that means by that, but okay. So, let's see. Turn that down so that way we don't freaking copyright the damn video. So, let's see. There's the 1900 with the Detroit in it, which right there's the picture of it. Let's see if there's something interesting here we can find to read. But there's the early 550s. Trying to get the dang book to stay down. But the 100 series came before the 55 series, which was right after the 3 ditches. The 100 series came. So there's the grill, and that's how you can tell it's a 100 series, is because of the way they designed the grill. The 50 series just has the Oliver sticker in it. Trying to find something interesting we can read. Corrected PTO horsepower. The Oliver 1800 gas is 77. The 1800B tractor gas, 85 horsepower. Shipping weight, 8,030 pounds. 6,525 pounds. And pounds drawbar pole, 10,619 and 7,055 pounds on the drawbar. So, and that was for the, let me go back to this page. That was the gas, which was that number. That was the B tractor. That was just there was an A series, a B series, and I think there was a C series in the 1800. I don't remember, but these were the early ones, because then they switched to the exact same setup as the 50 series had. Trying to see if I can find something interesting in here. Okay, here's the new Hydro-Power drive. The Hydro-Power, which has the high and low range. So you pull it out for low and push it in for the high range. The same thing our Olivers have. Except for that guy right there. That's the only one that doesn't have it. But, let's see if we can find a little bit more on it. It says, when a tough spot lugs you down, lift the Hydro-Power lever, and your Oliver 1800 or 1900 delivers 36% more pulling power instantly. So what happens is going up hills and stuff, and you're pulling on something, even in road gear. This is good on road gear too. Is if you're pulling real hard on something and it starts lugging down on the high range, you pull the low range out, and it'll pick up your speed a little bit enough to get up the hill or whatever. Or if you just want to use the hydropower for slow work, it don't matter. That was one of Oliver's benefits right there. Even though they only had 6 speeds, but it still was a pretty good benefit because it'd work in any gear, even in reverse. See if we could find some more. Let's see what this is. It says the 1800 broke all existing gasoline economic records, producing more work out of a gallon of fuel, unlike any other tractors of the time. Basically, we're just going to say that because just to shorten it. So these were definitely ahead of the day tractors right there. And see, this is what I was talking about earlier with whenever they changed the 550 to the 50 series grill or the checkerboard grill, whatever you want to go by it as. So I don't know if they did change anything on the 550 like that besides just the tin work and the grill. I think is all they changed. I'm not really sure though, to be honest, because I really don't know that much about the 550s. The only thing I know is that they were made by gas. They were made with diesel and gas is what you could get them in. But it says up to 18 acres of plowing a day on less than 2 gallons of gas per acre, according to carefully observation tests. So, and I don't know if that's a Waukesha engine. I think this is a Waukesha that they put in these. I'm not sure. It's either an Oliver or Waukesha. I don't remember. But that's a diesel right there. Is the injection pump. So yeah, it's right there. It tells you diesel too. So now there's the 550 again. There's the baler. I think the 62 teeth baler is in the other book too. I think this is the same amount of pages as the other book too. This is just the part 2 with all the newer tractors that still have the Oliver name stamped on them. So here's the baler. I think that one had a thrower on it. So the old school ones did not have a thrower, but there's a combine. Let's see what it says. And within an hour time, they combined. What is that? 4.5 acres, and grain saved was 99.2% or something like that. I can't read the damn page. Yeah, we're just gonna go with that. Fuel cost per acre was 16.5. But it is pretty interesting on how the heck a lot of these tractors, because this is like the mid-60s, I think. This is the mid-60s and the early 60s, whenever the heck they produced the 50s, or the 100 series. So, I think it's the early 60s. But there's a number 25 Oliver combine. The Oliver 600, which I'm not a fan of those tractors. They were a 4-in-1. I'm not a fan of them at all. So, I don't remember if these were just available at gas or diesel, but I'm not 100% sure. Let's see if it shows it in here. I don't think. It just says diesel. No, it just says diesel right there, so I don't know. But there's the 1600. That's what the 16... This is the later 1600 version in the... See, because that's a 1600 too. But this is the newer version of the 100 series. So, and this is before they switched to the 50 series. But basically the exact same setup as the 50 series did, just with the, instead of 1600 it was 1650, then later on it became the 1655 with the headlights in the grille, and they just switched the Oliver logo up a little, or the little Oliver plate along the side up a little bit. Let's see. Seeing if I could find out what horsepower it was. It was still a 6-cylinder engine. Trying to see if I could find the horsepower of it. There's the 1800, the 1900. Sure, it's in here. I just gotta look for it. But there's your Oliver Planner. Which, another tractor that is not bad is the 1600, but the bad part is you have to know which one you have, because they made a bunch of them, so. Because these were basically just their experimental ones, basically. That's really what they were. They experiment, and they went later on and built the 50 series and 55 series. Well, the 50 series was built by Oliver. The 55 series was white, just with the Oliver name stamped on them, so. Still trying to find out what the heck what the horsepower was, but I'm not finding it. But it was a 4 to 5 bottom plow tractor, so there's the 430 Oliver combine. Oliver made so many combines too, that was the other thing. But oh, here it is, 60 horsepower, 4 to 5 bottom, 12 speed with balanced performance, the Oliver 1600, now the 85.5, 85.5 PTO horsepower. For the 6 plow, the 1800. You might as well just say 83 horsepower for that, because they're really a half a horse. There's no way you could, I mean, I guess you could make a half a horsepower if you really wanted to, but you could go to 4 if you want to even it up, or you can leave it at 3. 83, it don't matter, so. Let's see. There's the semi-mounted plow. And it says the Oliver 1800 pulls up to 57% more. I'm trying to find some more interesting stuff here. It says more than any other tractors in its class. So, this is the later version of the 1800. No, I'll get back here for a minute just to show you what it looked like. This is what the earlier 1800s looked like. No, looked like. I should say that. No, it's not like lost the page it was on. Okay, so that's what the early 1800s looked like. And this is what the late 1800s looked like, so, looked like. And the 1600. So, this is the 4 plow tractor, or 5 plow tractor, whatever you wanted to go by. So, big farming costs less with Oliver, so. See what we could find here. That's an 1800. I believe, yeah, that's an 1800. And there's a 620 baler. The Roto flow feed baler. See if it tells you more about it. Says your choice too of PTO or engine drivable or drive baler thrower and time-saving multi-luber. You want to pull in big windrow smoothly? We build the pickup 61-inch wide and mount the wind guards on parallel linkage for equal pressure on light or heavy hay. Rotoflow keeps the tonnage moving like a side delivery rake without shattering the hay. So, see if it has anything else on here. And no, it really don't. And back to the picker again. This is where the pick is just, no, the pickers that were specifically set up for the 100 series. So, trying to see if we can find anything else in here besides them. And there's your old pull behind or pull type picker or sheller, whatever you want to go by it as. Damn page. But there's a good picture of the 1600. That's a diesel. They made them a gas, a diesel too. Let's see what else it says. And right there's the 1850. And let's see if they have, I don't know if they have, I think that's a 1650. Well, what really came to be is the 1600 later became the 1650, the 1800 later became the 1850, and the 1900 later became the 1950, which is right there, I think. Yeah, right there's the 1950. So, that was the three new Oliver big tractors right here. You have your small, medium, and large tractors of that series, I guess you could put it that way. And then, here's the other thing, if you guys didn't know, these tractors here had the, I think the 100 series had them too, I'm not 100% sure, but, they had a 540 PTO and a 1000 RPM PTO, so there's your 1000, and there's your, well actually there's your 1000, there's your 540 PTO, which 1000 was meant to run a lot heavier stuff and a lot, like, irrigation stuff. Anything that needed to spin fast is what your 1000 RPM gearbox is. They still, I think they still make stuff with 1000 RPMs. And they still obviously make stuff in 540, which is the most common one. So, and there's your hydropower. I don't know if they showed the, over and under in here or not. There's your 1650, your 1850 gas. That's a 1650 diesel. Made them both in gas and diesel too. But the 1850 had, well, actually we'll start right here. 66 horsepower for the 1650, and 92 observed PTO horsepower on the 1850. I don't know if that was the 65, 66. I don't know. Let's see what it's. Yeah, 66 horsepower on the PTO on that. 5 bottom plow tractor. And there's a 4-wheel drive 1650. I'm not sure what that one is. That might be a 1650 too. Just to take a guess at it. And here's the interesting one. So, this is whenever, and if you guys want to see the video, it's on there. They named it the Colorblind Plow to fit any of the tractors, like John Deere International, Case, Moline, Cockshot, Oliver. Who was the other one? Alice. What the heck is the other one? Massey was the other one, I think. I don't remember what was all in the video, but it was just basically a video that don't matter what color your tractor is. But, if you guys want to know the story behind that, so they took a 1850 and painted it purple just for the, there's a little bit of it right there. You can see a little bit of the 1800, or the 1850 that they painted purple. Just to go around and show it, and later on it was sold, so who the heck, God only knows where the hell that tractor ended up, because they took it back to the factory and sandblasted it, threw the coat of green on it, and then sent it away, so, and they didn't keep the number, or the serial number, so God only knows where that tractor even ended up, so. There are a lot of people that find an 1850 and just paint them that color because it's different, because it was something that Oliver did. And if you guys are wondering what engine this was, it is a Perkins diesel that's in the diesel 1850s. And right there it is. And, so it says the significant, or this, yeah, whatever that, okay, certification shows 92 horsepower, PTO horsepower. Actual performance is even more higher, or more impressive, 14.74 horsepower hours per gallon of diesel fuel. And normal plowing, whatever the heck, I don't know what the heck that number would even be, so acres an hour, well under 2 gallons per acre. So, let's see here. Do they have anything else in here? This is more like a book walk because it'd take forever to read every damn thing. But there's your 1950 with the Detroit in it, and the 1900, the 1950, they all had a Detroit in them. They didn't make them in a gas or anything. It was just a straight diesel with a Detroit in the 1950 and 1900. And 105 horsepower. The 1950 P's in here too, I believe, which became, that was basically Weitzer doing there. We'll talk more about that once we find the 1950 T. So there's your 1650 again. I think it'd be cool trying to find one of the shirts that actually said Oliver on the back. That'd be pretty cool. But trying to come up with those are really difficult. And there's your 520 Baylor. The exact same one I talked about earlier, just a different number. And there's the 1550, which in the 55 series, it became the 1555, just like the 1650 became the 1655, the 1850 became the 1855, and the 1950 became the 1955, so exact same thing. And they made these in a gas and diesel, too. There's more factory options, but they don't list all of them, so these all had a hydropower drive, too. And, with 53 horsepower, or certified PTO horsepower. And I'm pretty sure if you stretched it out enough, you'd probably be able to get 60 horsepower out of that. And you'd probably be able to get, like, 75 out of the 1650 if you really pushed hard enough. But, there's your cultivating, making hay, anything you really want to do, it's right there that 1550 could do. 12 forward speeds and 2 reverse. Well, 7 speeds between 2nd and 7 miles per hour. No, 2 and 7 miles per hour. There's your hydropower drive, so I already explained that, so I don't have to worry about that. And these are the foreign-made ones, the 1250. And we're just not even going to go through here, because no one needs to buy one of those damn things. So, you can plow up to 2 acres an hour, and cultivate even more with the... That's the 1450 right there with 55 horsepower, which is another Fiat-made one. The 1850 again, and the 1850 with 4-wheel drive, which that'd be pretty interesting to see. Your 1550 again. Is that a 1900? Yeah, it's a 1950 with 4-wheel drive. Or front wheel assist is what they called them too. 1850 again. Not even really going to read over because there's an 1850 on every page. So there's the 1750. And it is 80 certified PTO horsepower. And it had hydropower drive too, I believe. I was looking to see if I could find the over and under, but yet I've not been able to find it. I don't remember if it's in here or not, because I just looked at this. I just skinned over it whenever I got it. Figured I'd do more of a video on it sooner or later, so... Let's see here. What about this? And more rollover plows there. There's a lot of plows in these brochure, or these little brochure things, whatever the heck you want to call it. The entire book is filled with tractors and plows, basically. But, there's the 1950T. Let's see if we talk about it. There it is, 105 horsepower, even bigger. And the bad part about these 1950Ts is that they blow head gaskets constantly. And they're turbocharged, if you guys are wondering. I wouldn't mind having one of those because those things sound really cool straight piped since they're a freaking turbo. They're not horribly loud. They're actually like a decently loud tractor, not freaking extremely loud. Trying to see what bottom plow tractor it is. It don't say either. But let's see if it's... It doesn't really say what the heck bottom it was, so... I don't have a clue what bottom plow you can plow with that damn thing, but okay. So, the 1950T was only available in diesel, like the 1950 actually was, like the regular 1950, the Detroit. These just have a Waukesha 310 in them. So, back to the old 1650 again. Back to the 1850. And here's the 2150. Oliver's new giant time maker right there. So, it was 131 certified PTO horsepower, which was the 2050 and the 2150. And I'm not sure what engine was in them. I don't know what engine was in them, to be honest. I want to say Hercules, but I'm not sure. But, so the 2050 was 18 PTO horsepower, and the 2150 was 131 because it was turbocharged. So, this might be... Yeah, this is the over and under drive right here, but I don't know if they talk about it in here. Let's see here. Yeah, there it is. It's your... You have 3 power shifted speeds to run in direct drive, then up into overdrive whenever the load permits. And, go down in underdrive whenever tough spots or turns. 20% more pull than direct drive. So, this was the later version of the Hydro because it was only 2 speeds. This has 3 speeds, which still had over and under and just a direct drive gear for whatever you feel like doing with it. So, here's your Oliver disc. More of the 1650. And there's your 540 corn planter. There's the 1750. Let's see what else is in here. There's your seed drill, or grain drill, whatever you want to call it. There's the 1950T again. Yeah, right here it is, the Hydro Shift. Here's your turbo and air cleaners. 1550 pulling a baler. That's a 522. There's a 720. I don't remember what the biggest Oliver baler they had was, but I'm sure it's in here somewhere. I don't even know how many pages this book is. I think it's the same. Yeah, almost 200 pages. And we're on page 23. We're still good yet. There's the 1850. Well, actually, here, let's read off the numbers for the horsepower. So the 1950T tops out at 105 horsepower. The 1950 following that one, the 1850, 92 horsepower. The 1750, 80, the 1650, 66 horsepower, the 1550, 53, the 1450, 55, the 1250, 35 horsepower gas, and 38.5 horsepower diesel. And also the 550, 41 horsepower max belt. So there's your horsepower speeds for those tractors. And there's your 2150. And I have that sticker, actually. The Oliver Time Maker one. It is actually on this fender I end up buying. Right there it is. Well, the piece that goes where the fender's supposed to go, so. I just thought it was cool because it had the Time Maker sticker, so. There's your 525 Combine again. Pretty sure I talked about that before. 6-cylinder engine. 83 horsepower. So, really don't want to go back because I already talked about that one, I believe. There's the 535. With 2, 3, or 4 row heads. I wouldn't mind having one of those stickers, too. They made these stickers, too, in the Time Maker one, so, obviously. So, there's your combines again. Another combine. There's all the other combines. Kind of just skinning over the combines because I've already talked about a lot of these. There's the 545. I don't know what that one is. There's the that's the 555. No, the 5555 if you want to go that way. It don't matter, however the heck you want to pronounce it. And there's your self-propelled, I don't know how you want to call them. Harvester, I guess. We'll put it that way. So there's that. They made one like that, like a combine, and they made a tow behind one, a tow behind a tractor. So, here's your Time Maker with the hydraulic shift. Actually, every tractor had them by this time because the later 1650s and the 1750, the 2050, the 1950T. I think some of the 1850 had them. I don't know if the 1550 did or not, but I know starting the 1650 down clean up to the 2150 was optional with a over and under hydraulic shift. So yeah, there's your 1750 that they talk about with it. The 2150. Just kind of scanning through to get some more stuff on here. There's that one. There's your Superior grain drill again. There's another picker. Another combine. Oh, here's the 55 series. Which, if you guys didn't know already, 1555, 1650, 1750, 1855, 1955, and the 2255 was the biggest one. And the Charles City built one, so there's your 1855, and that was a trouble tractor to begin with because they never put an oil cooler on it, so it was blowing rods left and right, which just had a 310 Waukesha in it. The same with the 1755, the 1955, and the 1855 with, actually we'll read about the 1855. But the 1650 or the 1655 and 1555 had the same. But there's all of your tractors right there. So, says the 1850 with a 98 turbocharged horsepower, hydraulic shift transmission, let you work in the most efficient plus fuel economy that scored 15.84 horsepower hours per gallon in official tests. And, there's more of those. Here's all of your, the time makers of the 70s. Here's a little bit of the, horsepower ratings. So the 1955, 108 horsepower. Turbocharged. 1855, 98 turbocharged. The 1755, 86 horsepower, non-turbo. 1655, 66 horsepower, non-turboed. 1555, 53 horsepower, non-turbocharged. And none of these ones are turbocharged. Starting at the 1755 and down is non-turbocharged. Except the 2050 is the only one, but we're going to read about that. So we left off at 1555. I've already talked about that one. So 1355 is 51 horsepower, 1255, 38.5 horsepower, 2150, 31.5 horsepower, no, 131 horsepower, we'll put it that way. So the 2050, 118 horsepower, turbocharged. Well, it says without turbo, okay. So that one's turbocharged, I think. One of these are turbocharged. I'll get it right someday. I don't know not much about big tractors. Just starting from really the 1555 up to the 1955. That's an 1855. There's the 1955. I don't know if they have the 1555 in here or not. Okay, maybe they don't. But, there's Minneapolis Moline and White Farm Equipment Company. But, here you go. Here's the 1755 Oliver, 86. 1855 Oliver, 98. The 1955, 108 horsepower. And the Mini Mo G950, 97 or 110 horsepower. So, there you go. There's that. And there's the 2255 later on. Let's see if they talk about that one. Oh, there's a V8 Caterpillar in that one. And, a 6-cylinder engine. I don't know what cylinder engine that the Moline had, but you guys are wondering, I think that's a 3208 Cat. I don't remember. They put so many different Caterpillar engines in for them, so. Yeah, there's the big time makers right there. So, and here's the American Heritage one, which all the companies did this. There's the Plainsman, the Mini Mo with the white, with that color on it. There's the Oliver 1855, I think. Says these brilliant new red, white, and blue tractors will be on display at White Farm Equipment Company and White Farm Equipment dealer demonstrations this summer. They will show you how to put new feeling of achievement into your own farming and how to enjoy freedom, power to spare without sacrificing whatever the heck that word is, cost per acre. So, a lot of International did this. Who else did? I think Cockshut did. Oliver, White, Mini Mo, John Deere. I don't remember who the heck else did. But, there's your combines. More combine stuff. There's the 1655. 70 horsepower there, bud. 70 PTO horsepower with a 6-cylinder gas or diesel engine. And, we're not even looking at those, but there's the 4-wheel drive, tractors. Another baler. There's the 2255. And if you guys want to know, they did a video on that, too. It's on YouTube, too. So, yeah, right here it is. Because, they conducted a test with, 4 of the top name brands. And they consisted of Oliver, John Deere, Massey, and International. And they completed a series of plow tests and different series tests. Plowing, I don't remember what else they did. But it was the, United States Auto Club that, wanted to do this. They had to, so every brand that I just named off brought a tractor out, one of the biggest tractor that they were making at that time out, and Oliver beat every single one except John Deere for cab noise. Was the only thing that got Oliver right there, or white, whatever the heck you want to go for, Oliver and white, one of the two. So what they did was, they did the fastest cold start, plows more, gallons per acre, cab quietness, and the turn shorter than, or the turn wide or shorter. I don't remember what the last one was, but it was 28 degrees whenever they did this, and Caterpillar fired right up. And then later on, I think John Deere was the last one to fall in place on that. There's a whole video on this. I'm not even going to read it. I'm just going to have you guys read it on your own, because there's a video on YouTube if you want to watch it. And, there it is. I'm not sure if that one's on there or not. It might be. But, I really don't want to read this, because this video is getting entirely too long. I don't really care for those tractors anyhow, so... There's the bigger tractor now. Let's see if they have the number. No, they don't. But, there's all of your, checkerboard series and a little bit of the 55 series. So, as always, don't forget to comment, rate, and subscribe.